I just approved a repair for an owner for a property, and I'm not sure how the owner's going to feel about it. I think he'll be fine with it because we've been managing his properties for quite some time in multiple properties. So I think at this point, he probably has some confidence in, our experience and our abilities to do it. But what's going on with this property is the dryer has several issues, so it's not getting warm. So the igniter is bad, but at the same time, it's making a god awful noise, according to an appliance repair guy, and he's an appliance repair guy we use for many properties for a long time. He's pretty trusted. He was contacting me to see what we wanted to do, if we should replace this unit or if we should just rebuild it. Basically, what's going on is, again, the igniter's not working, so that's the reason why the dryer's not getting hot. It's also making a horrible noise. The wheels are basically shot, and also the belt is about ready to explode. So now, we either spend the $526 or so to fix this unit, or at that kind of number, it might be time to consider replacing the unit and getting, a new unit in. Why put a lot of money into a unit if it's only going to die, 3 months later? My decision on this was to go ahead and rebuild it, and it's kind of based upon experience. And I think as a property owner, as a landlord, you're going to have to rely upon the property manager's experience, and hopefully they're equipped. Hopefully they're a good property management company that you're engaged with. But a lot of it does come down to the fact that we just have a feeling we have a little bit of a knowledge. I did double check with the appliance guy and said, hey, this particular unit is a Speed Queen. And when you see a Speed Queen, it's one of 3 units that actually can be dismantled and then reassembled in the basement, which quite possibly is a sign that we had whoever initially installed this dryer had trouble getting it into the basement, so had to get this special dryer. Now, a Speed Queen can run a little bit more expensive, merely because there's niche for it. And also, we would have to pay the labor to disassemble the dryer that's there that's not really working properly. Then we would have to pay the labor to disassemble the new unit and to reassemble it into the basement. And replacing the wheels, replacing the belt, and replacing the igniter, we basically rebuilt the dryer. And the appliance repair guy agrees with me. So made an executive decision for the landlord to rebuild it. And of course, the gamble now is that this unit could very possibly die tomorrow. Something else could actually happen. I mean, to be honest, with those components and what I know of dryers, it's extremely not likely. But I can appreciate from the owner's perspective. For me, I actually have an appliance repair guy now. If he leaves, it's going to cost more to bring him back. So I went ahead and made an executive decision for him to go ahead and to do these things. Now, I just want to speak about it because not every answer is going to be perfect. So not every answer you as a landlord makes when you're deciding if you should replace the dryer, if it's time to replace the dryer, or if it's time to rebuild it, it's going to be perfect. And same with the property management company. It's just never going to be perfect, but it often will be. So you as a landlord will often make a good decision. Yes, as a property management company owner, I as soon as I hear Speed Queen, I know certain things about it that a landlord might not know. Again, that it likely had to be disassembled, that someone likely had trouble getting into a basement, and that we would likely have trouble getting into a basement as well. So I do have certain experience, and I do know what it means to replace a dryer belt. I've done that myself for sure. I've never replaced an igniter. I do have experience with replacing wheels on a dryer. So I do have some experience that I can bring. But again, not every decision is going to work out perfectly. And I think if you're going to have a property management company manage your property, or if you're going to manage your own properties, you just have to realize that. You just have to realize that 90% of your answers will be correct. 10% quite possibly will be wrong. All right? Just a Philadelphia property management company owner, just doing my best to answer your rental property investing questions. As always, happy investing.